Thank you especially to our CEO, Stella Whitney West, for 17 years of spectacular leadership. And thank you, Hennepin County, and in particular, our commissioner and board member, Irene Fernando, for what has been the largest investment in North Minneapolis ever.
Thank you, Juan. Good afternoon, everyone, and we are so excited that you are joining us for our groundbreaking ceremony. This has been a long journey for us to get here, as Mr. Jackson has said, but we are here and we want to thank our community board, our board chair, for their leadership in steering the ship to get here. We are grateful for our volunteers, our donors that have supported us, and the Hennepin County Board of Commissioners, and particularly County Administrator David Huff, the Hennepin County staff, and all the departments that helped us, and particularly the NorthPoint staff that continue to work and to exemplify and hold up our mission and our values, serving our patients, our clients, our families, and our communities. Thank you to all of our community partners, and most of all to the people in the communities that we serve. We thank you. We are humbled that you have chosen Pilot City and now NorthPoint as your trusted source for health and social services for 54 years. We are especially grateful that you supported this expansion of our campus. When it was time for the vote at Hennepin County on the 24th floor, you showed up, you gave testimony, and through your words and your presence, this project was important to you, and the County Board of Commissioners heard you, and the vote was unanimous. The NorthPoint Health and Wellness Center expansion project, this is the final phase of a major multi-year investment on the corner of Penn and Plymouth. The first phase was Estes Funeral Chapel, moving them across the street. And then the purchasing of the parking and office space at 1256 Penn. We are so excited to share with you what our new campus is going to look like. It is going to be a state-of-the-art facility. The design is not only resilient, but it is environmentally sustainable. This project is going to create opportunity and jobs for the inclusion of small and minority-owned businesses, as well as hires from the community. So I would like to share with you a fly-through that will show you our new campus expansion. Again, thank you.
cause we're here to help at NorthPoint. We just want you to know that we are here to partner with you. We just want you to know that you can dream and you can reach it. We just want you to know that we are here to partner with you. We just want you to know that you can dream and you can reach it. When you walk through the doors, we're here with open arms. We know the times get hard, and we're here to help at NorthPoint. When you're feeling low, what better place to go? You can reach your dreams, cause we're here to help at NorthPoint. When you walk through the doors, we're here with open arms. We know the times get hard, and we're here to help at NorthPoint. When you're feeling low, what better place to go? You can reach your dreams, cause we're here to help at NorthPoint.
Good afternoon. My name is Kimberly Spates, and I'll be guiding you through the next parts of our historic groundbreaking today. Our next video that we'd like to share with you highlights our core value of stewardship and aligns with our mission of partnering to create a healthier community. I'd like to introduce Douglas Snyder, who's with the Mississippi Watershed Management Organization, and their contribution to the NorthPoint campus expansion.
Hello, my name's Doug Snyder. I'm the Executive Director at the Mississippi Watershed Management Organization. I'm standing on the banks of the Mississippi River on a beautiful sunny morning, and happy to take an opportunity here to say thanks for allowing us to partner with NorthPoint Health and Wellness Center on the expansion of their site in North Minneapolis. We were very pleased to be able to provide a grant to do enhanced stormwater treatment on the site. And with that treatment, hopefully we will also meet your goal and our goal of combining healthier environments with healthier communities. We know that through research and through other projects that we've done, that when the environmental health of an area is improved, then the community health is improved. And that's a goal for, I believe, both of our organizations. So that was the basis for us to join together and partner with NorthPoint on this expansion. One of the things that we're very pleased about at this site are the types of stormwater practice that we are able to incorporate there. So that includes things like an underground storage tank, rain gardens, a modular wetland system. And through these practices and the native plantings that will be on site, we really hope to be able to find beneficial uses for that water that's been captured. That could be flushing a toilet or irrigating the landscape. The native plants will be useful in habitat purposes, but also for just beautifying the site. And we hope that people over the years, as these plants develop and the landscape changes a little bit, will enjoy that difference from a typical, I would say, parking lot and sidewalk entry into a building. Again, I would just like to say thank you for the opportunity to say a few words about this site, and we were very pleased to partner with NorthPoint and all the other partners on the project, frankly, and are hopeful that we can find other opportunities in the near future to do more work in North Minneapolis with these wonderful partners. Again, thank you.
Yes, thank you to the Mississippi Watershed Management Organization. I'm really excited to see how we're going to be able to capture rainwater and flush toilets around here. I'm really excited to see how that's going to happen. But next, we're going to move into our remarks and hear from a lot of our partners who've helped us get to this place. As Stella and Juan have said, it's been a long time coming, and we're very excited to be moving on into this next stage of construction. And I'd like to now introduce to you Hennepin County Commissioner and Chair of the Board, Marion Green, who represents District 3. Commissioner Green.
Thank you so much, Ms. Bates. Thank you for that introduction. And thank you, Mr. Snyder and the Mississippi Watershed Management Organization for sharing that video about the conservation impact of this project. Hennepin County is committed to doing our part to shape a better future for the next generation through environmental stewardship, as well as through healthful communities. And I'm really excited to see these elements of this project. And as Mr. Snyder said, this linkage between community health and improved environmental health is so important. As you all know, community health is at the center of NorthPoint's work. In fact, it's been at the center of the work since its inception as pilot city in the 1960s. Even then, community members knew that their individual health and the health of the greater community were interrelated. And I thank the visionary leaders who listened to this community and the many who have continued to invest right here in the services provided by NorthPoint. I also want to thank the NorthPoint board, a group of people who really exemplify this point of view and continue to give generously of their time and expertise. As it happens, I'm also excited to remind everybody that August 8th to August 14th is National Health Center Week. It's designated to celebrate the work and advocate for the importance of community health centers nationwide. And what an exciting way to celebrate by being here for the groundbreaking. I also want to thank the other electeds whom I'm honored to work alongside. Of course, my friend and colleague, Commissioner Irene Fernando, our Lieutenant Governor, Peggy Flanagan, our Attorney General, Keith Ellison, Senator Bobby Joe Champion, Representative Esther Agbaje, Councilmember Jeremiah Ellison. Thank you so much for being a part of this work and a part of this celebration. So today, we're breaking ground on a project which doubles down on the investment with more than $87 million in funds from Hennepin County to double the size of the campus and invest in more services. As the chair of the Hennepin County Board, I can assure you that we take such investments incredibly seriously, and you can be reassured that such investments are a direct statement of our public policy and our priorities. As Ms. Whitney West alluded to, the Hennepin County Board voted unanimously in support of this project. We're continuing our investment in NorthPoint because we know it will save lives. It will improve individual and community health and wellness, and it continues as a vital anchor in the North Minneapolis community. Today is a day of great celebration, and while it certainly feels good to reach this very visible phase of the expansion, I want to offer my sincere gratitude to NorthPoint CEO, Stella Whitney West, her amazing community board, as I mentioned, and the countless others who have worked tirelessly and mostly patiently to bring this project to fruition. We owe you an enormous debt of gratitude, and we thank you for sticking with this because we're so excited to be here. Thank you for your visionary leadership and your stamina. Lots of times we break ground on new projects dreaming of what could be. Today, we have the opportunity to break ground on what we know NorthPoint will continue to be, a one-stop place for neighbors and community members to receive whole person integrated care. This project does not begin a legacy. I mentioned earlier in my remarks, the 1960s is when things really got started, but this will cement the legacy of NorthPoint Health and Wellness in our community. Thank you so much for being here at this exciting time.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Green. We really appreciate your support and your leadership, and look forward to seeing you out again with us out here at the campus. And now we'll hear from our commissioner that we own and love here at NorthPoint, Commissioner Irene Fernando, who represents District 2, where we are located, and she's also one of our community board members. So, Commissioner Irene.
Good afternoon. I am Commissioner Irene Fernando, but you can call me Commish. I am proud to represent and live on the North Side, so I am grateful to participate in this historic day. NorthPoint has always been innovative, creative, cutting edge, whole person centered, and that is what we're here to celebrate. Some of the exciting features we can look forward to in this expansion include dental specialty services, food shelf distribution operations, a drop-in daycare, a spirituality healing and wellness center, a bistro cafe, and a community courtyard. This project will allow NorthPoint to continue serving more than 30,000 residents through over 100,000 visits annually, increasing North Minneapolis residents' access to medical, dental, behavioral health, and human services. And it comes at a moment when the community needs it the most. While everyone has felt the effects of the pandemic in some way, we know that our communities of color are disproportionately affected by lack of access to medical, behavioral health, and human services. At NorthPoint, over 90% of patients and participants are people of color, and over 60% of staff and 80% of board members are people of color. So we are experiencing the devastating impacts of this time period, and I want to take a moment to honor and acknowledge the loss and grief that is present in our homes and across our communities. NorthPoint has developed culturally responsive, trauma-informed models of care that improve health and social outcomes so we can serve communities where they already are and those who need it the most. This investment will continue that important work. It will allow the community to continue to fight this pandemic, and it will serve our residents for years to come as we face the lingering impacts of COVID-19. My colleague Chair Green noted that NorthPoint is an institution. It is an anchor of North Minneapolis and Hennepin County, and she's right. I'd like to note that its workers, neighbors, patients, and clients are an enormous part of this anchor feeling of this heart in North Minneapolis. And so today, as we celebrate decades of progress and the decades of progress to come, we celebrate this project, and most importantly, we celebrate this incredible community and everyone who is a part of the NorthPoint Health and Wellness family. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Fernando. We appreciate you and your leadership and being here with us on a day-to-day basis. And now I want to turn it over to David Huff, the Hennepin County Administrator. Mr. Huff?
Kimberly, thank you, and it's great to see you here today. I am so excited this afternoon. Stella, this has been a long journey. I look and reflect on those slides, the slideshow, the presentation, transformative. It is beautiful. And so, as I said, so gratified we've reached this point. I want to thank everyone who's joining us today, taking time out of your schedule to celebrate this phenomenal partnership. And just to look at what the slides depict and what we expect here, the NorthPoint expansion, as Stella said, is the final phase of a major multi-year investment at the intersection of Penn and Plymouth Avenues. And as we said, it's taken multiple years. Those prior phases included purchases of property, the moving and constructing of the new Estes Funeral Chapel to allow space for the clinic expansion, and partnership to build the parking and office space at the 1256 Penn building. Transformational on all corners. It's gorgeous. All of these actions are leading to what you've heard described today as the culturally rich, community-centered facilities and services available at NorthPoint. But there are still further positive impacts for the community. NorthPoint provides approximately 600 jobs and more than $85 million in total economic impact that results in 24% lower costs for patients and $30 million in savings to Medicaid annually. I'm excited to say that we'll be able to continue making those impacts even as this project proceeds. Working together, NorthPoint, Hennepin County, AECOM, JE Dunn, KMS, and Tri-Construction will ensure a continuation of services all throughout construction. And at the end of the project, we'll have increased access to quality and innovative health and wellness services, an expanded campus of clinics and programs, and more employment and economic development opportunities. I join everyone today in celebrating this incredible milestone. And again, a shout out for National Health Center Week, this week, August 8th through 14th. Let's celebrate NorthPoint and its important role in community health. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Huff. It's great to see you as well. It was a great experience working with you at Hennepin County and now in the community and moving this project forward. We appreciate your instrumental leadership in making this happen. Now we want to welcome Attorney General Keith Ellison, who's been a friend to NorthPoint for several years, representing this area and then moving on to ensure that we get the legal representation that we need at the state level. So Commissioner Ellison, I'm sorry, Attorney General Ellison, my bad.
Well, how's it going, everybody? It's good to see you. Now, you all will find this amusing. I thought that we were going to be at NorthPoint together for some reason. You all, being healthcare people, wisely chose to just do this virtually and online because you know that we're at about 5% positivity for the Delta variant. But me, maybe being a little slow on the draw, actually made my way down to the corner of Plymouth and Penn. And so, you know, if I turn around, I can have as my backdrop where the construction is going to be going on. And I just want to let you know how exciting it is for me as a community resident, as a person who lives in North Minneapolis, and as your Attorney General to know how exciting it is for NorthPoint to be expanding its footprint, hiring more people, doing more investment, and most importantly, taking care of the health of the people. Health is wealth. If you're if you're healthy and strong and you have the resources you need to stay healthy and strong, you can get out there and do well for your family, do well for yourself, and do well for the community. But if you don't have those resources, you can't. And so having NorthPoint strengthening its footprint, expanding, doing more for us is to the tremendous advantage of everybody who lives in North Minneapolis. And as you can see, right behind me is where the construction's going to be. I showed up here and I didn't see anybody. I was like, uh-oh, this is online, isn't it? Yes, it is. But I just want to assure you that your Attorney General's office stands side by side NorthPoint as it goes about its mission, looking after the health, the welfare, and the good well-being of the people of North Minneapolis and all over the metro. And so please, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. You can count on the Attorney General's office to be on your side, to stand with you. And when you fight for housing, when you fight for consumer justice, when you can fight for health care and everything else. This is your Attorney General's office, Keith Ellison. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Attorney General Ellison. We appreciate it and thank you for that live feed for us to show exactly what's been happening on our corner. We really appreciate it. Next, we'll move to Minnesota State Senator Bobby Joe Champion, who represents District 59, and he's a longtime Northsider, North High grad. Welcome.
That's right. Well, thank you so very much, Kim, and thank you to Stella Whitney West and to everyone who has been instrumental in this expansion. I was just thinking about this earlier today because I was born and raised in North Minneapolis, and I know about Pilot City. So I was thankful that Stella said Pilot City, which is NorthPoint. And I looked at it and I realized in 1967, it was noted that there were problems of health were closely interrelated to the problems of poverty, education, housing, employment, human relations, and community challenges. So community leaders in collaboration with the federal government and the city of Minneapolis worked together to create the Pilot City program. And when I think about this development in North Minneapolis, I realized after reading today that it was one of the original 13 neighborhood service programs and combined public health and clinical medicine under one roof. So it's in that spirit, NorthPoint continues to serve the Northside community and the community at large. And we are excited to have this expansion taking place. We all would agree that by definition, expansion by definition means building on what has already been created, and we are excited to build on this legacy. Some have already mentioned this, but it's true that at the end of the campus expansion project, NorthPoint will be a one-stop place for neighbors and community members to receive whole person integrated care. Features of the completed campus will include dental services, as you heard, food shelf, and that list goes on and on. And so beyond comprehension how excited I am, and to date, to just know that NorthPoint has been a pillar in the community, and I'm grateful for all the work that they do. And I heard it mentioned earlier that NorthPoint serves over 30,000 people annually, and this increases the Northside's access to medical, dental, behavioral health, and human services. And this is also crucial because we heard about not only 90% of the patients and participants, but over 60% of the staff and 80% of the board are people of color. And NorthPoint has worked hard to be successful in developing culturally responsive trauma-informed models of care that improve our health and social outcomes. When I just think personally also about Pilot City, I remember people like Miss Lewis and Joey Hill and Mr. Zulu and Mrs. Martin, others who always created a safe space for individuals to come to Pilot City and NorthPoint in order to just receive services, but also get some tender loving care. Sometimes they, like Miss Hill, would just love you and just hug you up. But that was also symbolic of Pilot City and NorthPoint, which to hug the community, give them the care that they need, and give them the space to be vulnerable, but also the space for healing. So thank you, Stella Whitney West. Thank you to Juan Jackson, who I've known for a long time, the board chair. And I know if he's there, he's doing other amazing things. And thank you to everyone who has made this dream a reality. Let's expand, let's go further, and let's continue to create memories and opportunities for access and full service. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Senator Champion. We appreciate you being here and continuing to represent the North Side the way that you do. We say thank you and continue the good work. Now we want to welcome our Lieutenant Governor, Ms. Peggy Flanagan. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me, and I wish that we could all be together in person, but I completely understand why we are taking a little caution here as we have our celebration today. But I am just so excited to be here with all of you. I am a super fan of NorthPoint, and I know just the incredible work that all of you do is an inspiration to me. And during a time where hope has been hard to come by, we can always look to NorthPoint as a place where we know community is cared for. So as we are part of this celebration, I also want to just lift up just a true fact, and I want to make sure that I just share this with y'all, which is that NorthPoint has been vital in reaching underrepresented communities and has demonstrated through their partnership with the Minnesota Department of Health that they are the most successful in reaching BIPOC or Black, Indigenous, and people of color communities through COVID testing and vaccinations, and have just been incredible partners as we have done this work. And I think that really underscores why this expansion is so important. Every single time I go to NorthPoint, it is buzzing. There are people everywhere, and it looks like community. And so we know that this expansion is needed. The strides that NorthPoint has made to increase North Minneapolis's access to medical, dental, behavioral health, and human services is invaluable. And this expansion just allows for that work to grow and to continue. So we have learned over the past year that it takes all of us standing together to keep our communities healthy and safe, and that our communities need to be seen and heard and valued and protected and believed. And NorthPoint does that work every single day. So thank you, Chimigwech NorthPoint, for doing that. I'm proud to be here with you to kick off this groundbreaking ceremony. Your passion and your commitment to service lends to a healthier and even more inclusive Minnesota. And I am so grateful for the leadership of Stella Whitney West, of course, before the pandemic, but through the pandemic and now in this moment. We are so grateful for your leadership. So thank you for all you do. Thank you for all you have done. And thank you for everything that you will do in the future. I hope to see all of you soon.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant Governor Flanagan. We appreciate you being here, and we appreciate the partnership that we have been able to build and maintain over the last year and a half through COVID. It was very important for us to be connected in with the state, to be able to provide the vaccines and the testing to our community. And without that partnership, it would have been much more difficult than what it was. So we really do appreciate it. And we hear good things all the time. We had a family come in today looking to get a shot. So we wanted to make sure that they got it done. So thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Now I'd like to introduce the person who has the hardest name for me on the panel today. I've been working really hard to make sure I say her name correctly. Minnesota State Representative Esther Agbaje. I hope I said that right. And she represents District 59B. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Kimberly. And that was perfect. You got it right on. So I just want to say to everyone, congratulations to NorthPoint on this groundbreaking of this newest expansion of your building. It is wonderful to see all of the support that NorthPoint has from Hennepin County to the state, and of course to all the community members and board members who support NorthPoint in this endeavor. An expansion like this meets the needs of the community members, and it sets up North Minneapolis and its residents for success. As we've heard from so many speakers today, when you have your health, it is so much easier to go about your business to do all the other things that you care about. I also want to make sure that we extend a generous thank you to all the staff, doctors, and nurses for making NorthPoint a beacon of community health, particularly during the COVID pandemic, all the way from testing and also to providing vaccines. And it's great to hear that people are still coming in to get vaccinated. This continued investment in NorthPoint, we're taking care of more than just people's health. We're taking care of them as a whole person, as a whole family, as our whole community. I'm really excited by the fact that there's going to be increased access to dental care, increased access to food, and increased access to making sure that children have a place to go and be safe during the day. I think that's going to be a real game changer for the community. So all of these things that NorthPoint has done and is doing is going to basically continue to make sure that NorthPoint is the shining light on the north side as a community health center, a place where people know that they can go to receive care, get their questions answered, and receive the love and support that they need to continue to be successful for themselves and their families. So congratulations again to NorthPoint. Congratulations to all the board members, Stella Whitney West, and all of your dedicated leadership. And we look forward to seeing all of this manifest itself soon. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Representative Agbaje. Thank you so much for being here today and representing our area well. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce City Council Member Jeremiah Ellison, who represents the 5th Ward.
How's everybody doing? I want to thank you for having me here at the virtual groundbreaking. And unfortunately, we got an update at the city today that talked about what the Delta variant is doing to our community and to our city. And so I think it's wise for us to be in this virtual environment, but I also want to extend that I can't wait until it's safe for us to all be sharing space together again. I'm really excited about this expansion. It's one of the first things that came up when I first got elected, my first year in office, and it has been a real. Oh, can people hear me?
Yes, City
Okay,
Council members can hear you. Thank you.
Okay, sorry, I saw a note in the feed that said people had lost me. So it was one of the first things that I worked with you all on when I first got into office. And so the services that you provide are so important in our community. It's not only about addressing people when they're at their crisis moment, although you guys do that well, but it's also about that preventative care, people's mental health. Representative Babache said, dealing with food, people's physical health in a preventative way. You all take all of this on, and so it's only right that you have a facility that can match the kind of impact that you've had on the community. So my computer has a poor connection, so I apologize, kind of getting me a little distracted here. But again, I just want to thank you all for all the work that you've put in. I'm really excited to see this project come to fruition. We've seen a lot of changes in this intersection where you all are, and this is just another welcome change. You all serve the North Side so well and beyond. And I just want to again thank you, and I know that the community appreciates all that goes into the work that you guys do at NorthPoint. The last thing I'll say is that when people are healthy, when people feel secure in various aspects of life, their physical health, their mental health, their housing needs are taken care of, they've got food on the table. These are the things that allow our community members to really thrive. And so as you all take on your portion of that work to make people's lives better, I know that every single elected official on this call takes their job seriously. I take my job seriously when it comes to improving the lives of our residents here on the North Side. So thank you for being in this work, for being a partner to this community, and I look forward to working with you all in the future. Thanks.
Thank you so much, City Council Member Ellison. We appreciate you being here and representing our ward, the 5th Ward, one of the best wards in the city. That's where North Minneapolis is located. So we thank you so much for your work and your words with us today. And I know we're in a virtual environment. And so most of the time when we're together, we be clapping. So if you could use your clapping emojis to give all of our elected officials and governmental representatives a hand today for being here with us. We appreciate them for that. And now we want to move into the folks who are going to be here doing the work, who've been with us for over 1.5 years, trying to get us to tell them what we really want to see in the building and how we really want to see the building look, asking us really tough questions, bringing us nice drawings and asking us questions about square footage and tiles and this and that. It's been great. And we are glad to have Rich Lay with us today, who is the Associate Vice President and Architectural Director for AECOM. Welcome.
Thank you, Kimberly, and good afternoon to everyone. I appreciate that intro. Again, my name is Richard Lay, and I'm the principal in charge of the AECOM team leading the planning and design for the new NorthPoint facility. It really is an exciting day for the NorthPoint. It's been Hennepin County. It's been a very long time, as you've heard stated over and over, that this has been in the works. Our AECOM team is thrilled to be your partner as you expand this facility, which will enhance health and wellness in your own community. We kicked off this design efforts with the NorthPoint team in October of 2019. Seems not so long ago, but also quite a while ago. We did this collaborative work session to identify what was most important to the staff and the community that they serve. Many of you that attended that work session might remember we had a list of all the items up on the wall, and we gave you all these colored dots to walk around and say, here's green, which is most important to me, here's red, which I don't care about, and here's yellow, which is in between. Everybody participated in that. This effort was critical because it would guide our decision-making throughout the design process. Our team was incredibly impressed by the passion and the commitment of all the participants for the facility that would exemplify NorthPoint's mission to create a healthier community. Out of the work session came the guiding principles for providing a welcoming, easily navigated facility supporting the diverse needs of all the users and creating a flexible, forward-looking design. Core design values that you will see in the completed facility is an abundance of natural light, indoor-outdoor connection, clear wayfinding, and a community-oriented artwork. You know, this project is heavily community-based, and it's very personal to the Minneapolis AECOM team and our subconsultants. One of those of our team members who was in NorthPoint was their family clinic growing up. So, you know, being a couple miles from our office and having that connection to the community, was very important to us as well. We're grateful to be a part of this important development and the future of this healthcare anchor in the community. And I repeat that anchor, which I believe was already stated earlier. Again, thank you all for your time this afternoon, and we look forward to getting this project built and getting you guys moved in and really supporting the clinic in the community fully. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we're looking forward to becoming really good friends and partners over the next, 24 to 28 months. We might get tired of each other, but we're still family, so we'll still make it work.
We're not going to get tired. We're going to build a great building.
Yes, we're excited to see the final results. And now we will have Dr. David Hamler, who is the chair of our Stronger Together campaign. He's also a brigadier general and a physician, dentist, and he's a really great guy. We've enjoyed getting to know him over the last several months, and we welcome him today. Dr. Hamler.
Thanks, Kimberly. It's great to be here. Obviously, this is being put on in these COVID times virtually. And I just want to thank the crew that's behind this, including your Kimberly, with your great emceeing of this. Anyway, I'm Dave Hamler, campaign chair for the NorthPoint Stronger Together campaign. How that came about is a story of its own, and I'll get into that if you ask me on the street. I'm humbled to be in this position, but it's actually a continuation of our commitment to service for North Minneapolis, and in fact, the Twin Cities overall. Yes, NorthPoint extends beyond North Minneapolis, but this is where we live and serve. Pilot City and NorthPoint are not quite as old as I am, but its roots come out of the 60s, as you heard earlier, and we're addressing some of the same issues that were addressed then. We stand on the shoulders of giants who preceded us. We owe them a great deal of gratitude. Something I learned years ago is to leave something better than you found it, and that's what drives us today. I'm happy to be here with my friends and family, yes, my NorthPoint family, to make another dream come true. A warm welcome to our dignitaries who joined us, Lieutenant Governor Flanagan, Attorney General Ellison, Senator Champion, Representative Badge, Commissioner Green, Hennepin Commissioner, NorthPoint Community Board member Fernando, Minneapolis City Councilman Ellison, Hennepin County Administrator Huff, and Rich Lay, thank you for going through some of the details. Also, welcome to our community partners and our patients who are handled with this virtually. Just want to share a personal journey. It's amazing how things come around. When I was 16, 17 years old, I worked at the Echo Family Health Center, similar to this back in Ohio. Then while struggling to find a way to pay for school, I became a National Health Service Corps recipient, something that exists right here at NorthPoint. And now I'm back here at NorthPoint. It's amazing how things run full circle. As a physician in this time of the pandemic and community strife, I'm seeing the importance of NorthPoint's Health and Wellness Center, from COVID testing to vaccinations, continued vigilance over our healthcare disparities. What I observed over my lifetime is that we need to take care of us, and that's what this is about. This is a unique opportunity to highlight the importance of community partnerships and community philanthropy, as well as build a strong culture of giving at all levels within the NorthPoint community. Yes, it's us who are going to take care of us. In our efforts to serve the people of North Minneapolis, we can now realize the vision of building a state-of-the-art facility that will provide quality health care and health equity for generations to come. Being virtual, I can only recognize the Stronger Together volunteer campaign consultants and honorary chairs. Hopefully they're online with us right now, where they'll see copies of this later. And thank them for their commitment to the mission and the vision of NorthPoint to make this reality. So we're looking for your partnership. your work in this space, your volunteer efforts, and yes, your dollars. Thank you for attending today's groundbreaking. Back to you, Kimberly.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hamler, for those beautiful words. And we are forever grateful that the circle came back to us here at NorthPoint. And now we get to move to the fun part of this whole event. We get to see how we virtually do a groundbreaking. Even though we weren't able to be here in person, we were able to use technology, physical distancing, and a great plan to deliver our groundbreaking on campus here at NorthPoint. So let's roll the video.
Hello and welcome to the NorthPoint Health and Wellness Center official groundbreaking. Woo! Woo! Woo-hoo! We are so excited to get to this point. It's been a long journey, but with our partners here, with the county, our community board, our friend, Mrs. Estes, Dr. Hamler, Rebecca from Facility Services, we have made it. We could not have done this without the support of Hennepin County Board, so Commissioner Green, Commissioner Fernando, without the support of the community, without the support of our staff, and our patients and our clients. So we are excited. I encourage everyone to go to our website, www.northpointhealth.org, to follow our journey. Woo! Yeah. Throw.
We'll have to give up some clapping emojis for that great video. It was a great, beautiful day. And we appreciate everyone from Hennepin County who was out to help us videotape, as well as our own internal communications and marketing staff who helped to put that together. So thank you so much for a beautiful groundbreaking, but that's only the beginning. NorthPoint has, for over half a century, been a legacy in this community. Before it was NorthPoint, as you've heard today, Pilot City provided a space for the community to receive high-quality healthcare and social services. Pilot City also created a family. Community members, friends, and other family members have worked and received care here. And today we want to recognize those staff members who are still on the journey with us. So Martha, Mario, and Jackie Kemper have been with us for almost 20 plus years, over 20 plus years, along with Shelley Clausen, Bertha Sanders, and Ann Sweeney. We thank them for their continued support of NorthPoint/Pilot City, but we also want to take a moment just to think about and recognize all those folks who have worked with us in the past, who may not be with us now, but we still want to recognize them as we move into this next phase of our journey with a brand new building. Thank you. On behalf of the staff and board of NorthPoint Health and Wellness Center, we want to thank you so much for joining us today to celebrate another historic milestone with us as we launch the expansion of the NorthPoint campus. Please visit our website at www.northpoint.health.org/NorthPoint-campus-expansion to watch our progress and to also learn more about how we continue to partner to create a healthier community, and also learn more about our Stronger Together capital campaign. Thank you so much. Have a great afternoon.